Hey, good morning. It's Keith. So what's up? So this is the what I eat in a day, and I don't do video editing. I'm not going to do video editing. I have some intentions to do some recipe videos, which might be of higher quality. But these blogs, I don't have time to do that. I gotta always be practicing back there and doing what I do. So this is gonna be a basically just a two-parter. What I do first thing in the morning and then what I do is my central meal, and I do intermittent fast. So um, I'll just give you this is a kind of what I do in the morning. I get up out of bed. I generally pee. I do my sort of magical stuff, which I haven't done in a while. I don't want anybody thinking that this blog is slipping away to being strictly about food. Um, then I go in and I do some daily ritual stuff that I do in my altar space, which is in my room, which is a bunch of gestures and a bunch of chanting for protection, aura protection, lighting candles, candle magic that I do, and then I come in and I prepare this. And this is going overnight already. So I do love to drink a lot of tea in the morning, and so maybe you're asking, well, how do you prepare tea because you don't have a stove or anything. And if you saw a couple videos back when I was walking through my kitchen, you saw a crock pot there. And what I do is I fill that up with water. The night before I go to bed, I put it in the slow cooker. Well, I mean on the slow setting, excuse me. Pot arco goes in there, cat's claw goes in there, because those need to be decocted. They need to be cooked up over 20 minutes. And then the first round is this is the third round actually, and I kind of love to sit and stew like first thing in the morning. I dream really hard, and it takes a lot for me to actually just get my bearings on reality. So the first round is with what's in there, and it's a couple bags of green tea. And then back into my room I go with the candles still all lit, and sort of have a little bit more of a meditative process with the first glass of tea. When I'm pouring up the tea, I drop some horsetail and some nettle in there, which are absolutely essential. You can get silica. They're high in silica. They're probably the highest. Bamboo would be in there as well. I think those are probably the top three. I might be wrong, but that's what I do. Don't have any bamboo around at the moment. And those things, because they're leafy things, they need to be infused. So they don't need a long cook. So that goes in there. So my first glass is just the Pot Arco Cat's Claw green tea, and I go back in there with the candles lit, and I kind of take it easy, drinking the tea. Reading what I read. Right now I'm reading a book about the Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck, and it's quite inspirational. I'm quite moved by Aleister Crowley and his life. Sometimes those can be actually Hare Krishna texts by Prabhupada, which I like a lot, just because they're so kind of biblical and about just being having impeccable behavior and being honest and being of service. And I do have quite an attraction to Krishna, which is the central deity in Hare Krishna. So then I come back into the after this is gone, and again I do like to really do this long stewing in the morning. And even when I worked a really high profile job, working 10, 12, 13 hours a day, I still got up at 3 in the morning so I could have my fuck off time. Back then it was drinking coffee and smoking pot and maybe working on a little bit of music, and then generally by 4:30 I was off on my way. 4:30 in the morning I was off on my way to work with all the big Caterpillar tractors and do what I did for up until 45 or something like that. No, I guess 43. I think I retired when I was, I don't know. Let's not go off on a digression. So, second round of tea is with the nettle and horsetail in there, as well as I will generally make up what Chinese tonic herbs I have. Running out of them right now. So today it was actually ran out of reishi. Yesterday I ran out of Hoshu Wu, Romania 6. So I'm just letting it all go away. And then I'll probably come back to it maybe, I don't know when, because I want to see what the effects are. So the second round of tea is kind of done in the blender, or, eucomia is a big one that I take, and that's had a lot to do with me being flexible. So getting more flexible with yoga and stuff, I really started taking a lot of eucomia with the alcohol extract eucomia. I just found it really, really effective. And so since about early December, I've been on eucomia, and my flexibility has radically increased. And for those of you with the back problems, if you go way back to an early video of mine, like 12, maybe 10, 12, somewhere between number 10 and 20 in my list, there's a whole thing of me, and it's quite interesting to look at me, because I do see that I'm looking better than I have been. And that was a time when I definitely did not look good. I looked like a just whatever, didn't look as good. Okay, so also at this time, so I make that some kind of drink up, usually kind of Truth Calkins style, in the blender. So the tea goes in the blender, the caps, the extract, some coconut oil, some stevia. I always use stevia. I'm not really a big sweet head, but I love stevia, and I love stevia in hot drinks. I use this brand Stevita, which is non-GMO, USDA organic. Like it. And it's affordable. Stevia used to be quite expensive. I used to pay like $20 for a kind that was not that great. But I love stevia. Not that big a fan of sweet in any other way, manner, format that doesn't have to do with me being on body ecology diet or any of that. It's just always been my preference. When I was a little kid, you could ask my mom, although you'll never be able to, because she's very as reclusive as me. I refused sweets when I was a little kid. So, yeah, and then I usually go for round 3, which is where I am now. So this is just, you know. And then when round 3 is going on, I get my first round of juice, which I figured, sort of coming off of a fast, oh, and by the way, I kind of did the math. I actually wound up, by time, fasting 48 hours, because I had my last meal somewhere around 1, 2, or 3 in the afternoon on Sunday. And I'll be having my first, like, chewing meal today at that time. So that's kind of technically a 2-day fast. Although, in my world, I consider a day from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And so, to me, that was only a 1-day fast. So I think the beet is a really good thing to do after doing that. I've been wanting to do actually a 10-day beet fast. Beets actually have this soap-like quality in them, like the same as gynostemma tea, but it's a little more intense in my opinion. Like if you make up a bit of beet juice with just beet in there, you'll see this like rainbowy kind of color like on it if you get it in the right light, and that's an indication that I think those things are called saponins. It has a soapy like quality, which will go in there and kind of clean you out like no other. That 10-day beet fast I'm interested in doing, although I've known about it for years, but maybe we'll hit that one at some point. I don't know, maybe in May, maybe later, I don't know. But so that's it. That's what I'm doing, and so there'll be another video up today when I have my first chewing meal. Okay, so it's Keith Live Rockstar. Support me by supporting my music, links in the drop down. Secondculture.bandcamp.com, second-culture.com. What else did I want to say? Oh, hey, I'm live Rockstar like everywhere that you would want to check out, and a lot of the sort of food porn stuff that people do, I tend to do that on Instagram, pictures of my meals. So I'm live Rockstar on Instagram. I'm live Rockstar on Facebook, and I'm live Rockstar on Tumblr. Um, and I have numerous Tumblr accounts. I'm going to start getting my information in the drop down organized and putting some links to my music on YouTube again and stuff like that. So, all right, it's Keith signing out. Bright blessings. I will catch you a little bit later today with the big central meal, which I intermittent fast. I basically I only eat one meal a day, so I sort of, as people call a 24-hour period a day, I kind of do a 1 day fast every day because I generally eat around 1 o'clock or somewhere like that, and then my next meal is at 1 o'clock again. And then, of course, I do all of these. And so, got to consume this up here because it's made with the Green Star Juicer. It's full of life force, and the life force probably starts, according to the authorities, starts disappearing after 15 minutes. All right. Bright blessings. Namaste. Love you. Thank you for watching. I'm going to get caught up on the comments, okay? Bye.